for women. You also talked about the cultures, the dynamic between men and women. Yeah. You've been quoted as saying that in our culture, men lead, women, it's not the woman that leads.
No.
People were uncomfortable with that because this is the era of women empowerment and feminism, and Okonjo Iweala as our Minister of Finance, Angela Merkel. What did you mean by that?
When you go to marry, your wife drops her father's name and assumes yours. You can't have two people as captains in a ship. Women convert houses into homes. If you don't have a woman in the house, your house can never be a home. My wife just came in now. She's a lawyer now. I have lived with this woman for the past 53 years. Nobody has ever come in here to say, Pete, oh, please stop beating her, you will kill her. No. Why? I never saw my father beat my mother. So I cannot say I learned from my father how to beat mama. No, I did not. I want to think about things that should help us progress, not influences that should drag us backwards. Why are men wearing earrings? What was the inspiration there? Yeah. Why are men wearing earrings? What is the inspiration? Right? Most of these influences come from outside the country. They don't help us. In our culture, like I said, a man does not kneel down to offer a ring to a woman. And again, men and women are not equals. No, in the home, there has to be a leader. You see, women are free to express their opinions. If you come to our industry today, most of our girls who got married some 2-3 years ago have all left their husbands from beginning to the end. I was even shocked to hear that Chioma Chukwuka has also left their, Ireti Doyle and, Tonto. You take a vow when you're going to get married, for better, for worse. Not for better for us, for better, for worse. You will always think it's greener on the other side. That's the mistake that we all make. Try to be satisfied with what you have within you. It goes a long way. I love women a great deal, and I respect them. If I see any young man beating up a woman, oh my God, I just think you don't qualify to be a man. Yeah. Men, God has given women their tongues. What makes you a mature person is your ability to cope with what they tell you without resorting to violence. Yeah. Your wife will tell you the worst thing on earth, right? If you can react properly, there's something called equanimity, the song for her. If you can react patiently, it's some kind of studied reaction. The Frenchman calls it sang-froid, you can cope with what she does. At the end of the day, she will apologize to you. What we were doing then, I don't think it can work now. If your wife annoys you, you don't eat what she has cooked. If you do it 2 or 3 times, she will go and report you to either your father or your relation. He no longer eats my food. I don't know what he will do that. Then the families will come together. They are organic, right? But what I hear now is that if you refuse to eat, the wife doesn't really give a damn. I don't know whether it is true, but that is what I heard. That the women even say, hey, you can go to hell and stay there if you like, If you like, don't eat.
On your 53rd wedding anniversary, the whole country celebrated it. The daughter-in-law, me, with a beautiful message, praising you and praising your wife. Many of us want to know that you love her and that she's your dear daughter, your relationship with her.
Mary is not just a daughter-in-law. I don't want to say that I loved Mary more than the other wives of my sons. But the love I have for Mary is so strong. Why? The father and I were very close. Yes, and when we went for the traditional marriage rites in their place, the kind of reception their people gave me, I will never forget. Mary is a girl I love to the marrow. By the way, she's a wonderful person. Mary is a very, very brilliant girl. You may not know that. Mary is a computer wizard, that lady you're looking at, right? And to a very large extent, the success of that home is to Mary's credit. Yeah. But again, you know, things like this happen, and it's so difficult to convince her that you are not part of, you know. Mary is a wonderful person. In fact, I just had my 76th birthday, and the message she put out was so endearing, you know. Yeah. And Mary is a wonderful woman. A lot of people have been advising her wrongly, you know, trying to see if they can sunder the link between herself and her husband. Most of those women who are advising her that way don't have good homes, you know, they don't. First of all, Yul is 41. Good. I really don't interfere in his affairs. No. Suddenly we heard he's picked up a second wife, right?
You didn't know before you picked the wife up?
There is one thing you must know about me.
Right.
I don't lie. It's not necessary. God created me so well. If I tell you this thing is black, it is black. You know, it's like when he wanted to run for governor or something. When I saw his photograph, I thought it was a production they were doing. There was somebody who phoned me and said, you know something, Yul is running for governor. And I said, it must be crazy. How? I never heard it. And I have 5 sons. I don't interfere with their lives, you know. If they say that so and so thing is happening, good. If they don't tell me, I don't bother. If they tell me, beautiful. We just heard it, and that's it, you know.
So you suddenly heard that he had taken a second wife. So you were saying you suddenly heard.
Yeah, we did. You know, there is something we always say in Igbo. Onye kpata nkwu arụrụ si ngwele bịa tụọ onye ava. In other words, if you go and pick up ants-infested faggots, it's a direct invitation to the lizards to come to roost, right? Good. So, here I am, and that's all.
You mentioned driving your car under a tank.
Yeah, I did.
What happened, sir?
I'll tell you the truth. Perhaps I had too much to drink, you know. And you know, if you're driving at night, after it rains, you'll see a pool of water, you think it is dry land. And you know, on the 14th day of March 1977, along Abani Road, I drove under a stationary trailer, you know, in the night. And by the grace of God, I came out of it alive. I had a colleague of mine, Nwaba in front with me. He's dead now. It's an incident I don't like to recall. It's so sad, you know. But again, the good Lord pulled me out of it. And at the time I was coming from Sukkah, when I was fasting from 6 to 6 as a young man, I was very fanatical about my religion. I don't play with it. I'm a Christian. And I slept on the wheel and ran into a trailer and knocked me into the bush, and I came out. Like I said, I've had some close shaves, but thank God, and I'm still alive, yeah. We shan't talk about it, don't worry, yeah. I've been kidnapped once too. So,
yes, in 2009 there was that as well. That must have been traumatic. I mean,
yes. You know, I was coming out of the church. I worked for the church, by the way, you know, trying to see if Blessed Times will get canonized.